Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play 4089 Ghost Within, and thank you for watching. 4089 is a roguelike action RPG, guys, similar to other games like Paranautical Activity, sans the craziness there, or Tower of Guns, or Fancy Skulls. It actually really reminds me of Fancy Skulls because the graphical nature of the game is... it's just very simple, the best way to describe it. Your eyeballs are definitely not going to explode while playing this game. It's just a very simple looking game. The enemies are simple looking, the weapons you have are simple looking. It just reminds me of Fancy Skulls in that way, though. 4089 released on Steam January 2015. It was developed and published by Phroot Software. You can go ahead and get 4089 Ghost Within on Steam for the first week's sale price of $6.39. and then $7.99 normally. Now this is, I do believe, the third in a series of games, basically going all like way back to like 3089, or basically there's been a lot of other games that the developers made kind of in the same universe, kind of continuing, excuse me, the same storyline as it were. I have not played those games. It's the first game I'm going to play from this developer. It looks really interesting though, and it caught my eye, and I enjoy first-person roguelikes. I think they have a lot of potential for some pretty awesome gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and check out the options here. There is some resolution control when you first boot up the game. There's a lot of actual graphical control when you first boot up the game, like anti-aliasing, and it goes up to like 16. And there's just there's a couple of graphical choices, even though the game, graphically speaking, is very simplistic. I mean, the game's total, it was about 80 megabytes, I think, total, to actually just download the game. But you can see here, you can kind of mess with stuff here. It's not going to be that big of a deal as far as graphics goes. You have your usual sliders, Overlord voice. Okay, there is a story in this game, but the voice that they chose to do it in, I don't know if it's like one of those talk-to-text program or if that was an actual person talking, but it just grinds on my ears. It's a totally personal thing. Just to me, every time I heard the Overlord's voice, which was this like robotic female voice, I wanted to stick an ice pick in my ear, so I turned it off. And I really appreciate that the option's there for you to turn it off, because it can get kind of annoying as you're kind of going through the entire place. She's talking to you. Well, you know, I realized I should probably turn it on, because it'll give you an accurate representation of the game. So I'm going to turn it on just for this one instance. As far as controls go, the game, you can play with your keyboard and mouse. The game does feature controller support. My controller works just perfectly fine. I've been playing it with the keyboard and mouse because it's just been a little bit more... I find it to be a little bit more intuitive for me. I just find it to be a little more easier for me to play this game with the keyboard and mouse. But you do have the option there to play it with the controller. Even my crappy Logitech controller worked, which is pretty freaking awesome. There is also... oh, balls. Well, I'll explain that right now. Alright. So I'll explain what that was right now. This game is completely moddable, which is why a little thing popped up when I clicked Room Viewer. You can create your own levels, your own designs, everything using all the graphics and all the, things in the game itself you can use to basically create levels and whatever have you. And that's pretty cool, I will say that much. We're going to go ahead and start a new game here. And this again, it kind of explains the story from the first couple of games, like for instance, in the year 3079, obviously continuing that theme of, numbers. Aquatic humoids and beastly Neanders native to planet Zera lived in harmony after evil demons were driven out. In 3089, the all-powerful supercomputer known as the Overlord conquered planet Zax and perfected its militaristic robots. Now in 4089, the Overlord's mothership begins to orbit planet Zera, causing panic on the surface. Humoids and Neanders send numerous probes, hoping one will break through its defenses and infiltrate the Overlord's ship. And that kind of gives you the basic idea of what you're doing, what your particular mission is. And that is the voice of the Overlord. And don't worry if you didn't hear her this time, you will hear her talk a whole lot during the course of this Let's Play, guys. So there's a lot of cool things about this game that I like, guys. Like I said, it's an action RPG. Hold on, I think my input's off. Where's my right button? Aha, there we go. That was weird. I couldn't turn left. There is all sorts of different kinds of weapons that you can find in this game. For instance, this one's called the Bomber, and it gives you kind of basic stats. This is where it kind of reminds you of Tower of Guns, where you can just find weapons just kind of floating around. They'll do different things. And as you can see, as I'm shooting, a little blue bar is going down. That's my energy bar. If I run out of energy, I can't shoot no more. And there's ways to rebuild that energy bar, but sometimes you can run out depending on the situation. It does regenerate though. These yellow crystals here, which I'll go ahead and collect all of them now, are where your RPG aspects are going to start kicking in. You can basically kind of create a character whatever way you like. You have the stat system that allows you to kind of craft a character. Are you done talking, Overlord? Thank you. Okay, so you can craft a character whatever way you like. Using these kind of yellow crystals that gives you points. You take those points and dump them into a stat of your choice. Either health, damage, energy. And those are kind of like basic 3 stats for general stuff. And then you start getting kind of really specific stuff like engineer and stealth and agility. And as you can see, as you start putting more points into them, you can start actually gaining abilities. Like for instance, 1 through 4 is going to be quieter movement, 5 through 9, quieter attacks, 10 through 14, invisibility, and so on and so forth. Now, I find stealth probably to be a little bit more useful than the other two, but that's just my personal opinion. I've only been playing the game for about an hour now. I probably should actually spend those points. I can just drop them all into damage and health, just to get things going off here. So the objective of the game is, of course, find the Overlord and I guess kill it. At least that's what I'm guessing the objective of the game is. And you have all sorts of different kinds of weapons. This weapon right here, which really reminds me of a Dalek weapon, is kind of like your melee weapon. It's almost like your wrench from Bioshock. And one really cool thing about it, though, is it actually has like a grappling hook about it. And one thing I really like about 4089, it has this really vertical nature to the entire game. You're going to be going up and down, left and right, and the game doesn't necessarily, you know, going through just doors from forward to left to right. Sometimes you'll find doors on the roof. Sometimes you'll find doors above you. And it does a really good job of kind of randomly generating rooms all over the place. But there is no map system, so it gets a little easy to get lost, but there is like a number system on each door. So as you travel through doors, you can see right here, I'm gonna just hit this door. Oh, hello there. Hi! Okay. As you travel through doors, numbers on the doors will start turning green and kind of give you a basic idea of where you are. So 1A is that room right there. This is 1 right here. This room right here, this is the beginning. So as you start moving deeper and deeper into the board, you're gonna find rooms like 2B or 2C. That's still room number 2, which just has rooms that are joining it. So you're basically just trying to get deeper and deeper as far as you can. This right here is a health station slash energy station, as you can see. Very important, because dying can happen very quickly and kind of sometimes even unfairly, depending on the situation that you're in, because, it's a rogue game, guys. There'll be situations where you can get screwed over, in situations where you'll, have the advantage, as it were. And you can go back to those and use those up again. You can see the energy bar here kind of drains as you use it, but it refills slowly as well. Over here, we have the hacking station, which allows us to access this door, 4A. So we're going to hack that. And the way you hack things basically is kind of like this little mini game where you have to fill the circle with green light as much as possible. Which, as you can see, we just did there. And you got to shift it around, move it upside down. You do have a time limit to how fast you have to get that accomplished. And if you don't get that done in time, I don't think you're going to get access to that door.
Alarm sounded on a camera. All nearby robots investigate. Infiltration very likely.
Yes, Overlord, I hear you loud and clear. Even if you don't get to access doors like that, there's multiple routes, multiple ways to get through areas, guys. So let's actually start getting into this here. We're going to start looking around. Oh, yay! I get to talk about this system, the camera system. There is cameras in this game. And they're kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. Because, for one thing, they're really freaking hard to destroy. Come on, you're not going to kill me. Let's be honest here. Okay, I'm going to back off here. Go back into this room. Grab some health. Took quite a charge off of it, but oh well. Alright, where is that stupid... Shut up, camera! This is a launcher. Let's see what this does. Wow, this is the exact same thing as this. Okay, that's fine. We can take care of that with our grappling hook. Shut up! Take my Dalek fist in your face! I still think we're a Dalek. I really honestly believe our character is a Dalek. It's just the arm really reminds me of it. We got an enemy over here. I really wish I could have taken the time to... Okay, so I'm going to go back really quick here. I'm going to look at which one of these launchers is better. So the blue one is better than the yellow one. Okay. Probably has a little bit of shorter range though, if I had to guess. Oh, and it's like a grenade launcher. It kind of rolls along the floor. I like this gun for sure. Really interesting gun. I actually haven't found this one when I played this game. We're going to want to take out that stupid camera. For sure before we continue on here.
I know you are here.
Okay, so we'll just grapple hook up there. I love the grapple hook. I love just the way that the game basically kind of has this vertical nature to it all, this up and down type of thing. It's really neat and I enjoy that quite a bit. And I will say that there is quite a bit of different rooms in this game. All the rooms are procedurally generated, as you can imagine, but eventually you start running into kind of copies of the rooms as you get deeper and play the game over and over again. And I've ran into only a few copies of the rooms. We're going to talk about what those floating items are here in a second. As you can imagine, the blue crystals are energy crystals, and the red crystals are health crystals, in case you're not anywhere near a power station like that one. And eventually it's just going to become too time consuming to go back and get that power station, but if you're in a lot of danger and you're low on health, it's definitely an option. So these items basically are kind of like equipable items that you can pick up, and like for instance this one allows you to absorb 60% of damage basically from when you get attacked. That one over here is, I do believe, the disguise. So I guess that's what the aliens look like. Is that what they expect me to look like? Well, it's harder to generate aggression from a distance. So again, this game has kind of like a stealth aspect to it. They want you to have almost multiple ways to play it. So this kind of helps you kind of just sneak around a little bit and kind of like, sneak up on enemies, maybe backstab them with your Dalek fist or whatever have you. The weird thing I will say though is that you can't carry these items. You only can hold them, and then if you switch to your gun, they're immediately dropped. You have to come back for them and pick them up again. And so it's just a little strange for me. I don't understand why they're kind of there. I wish there was kind of like a passive slot that you could have, but that's just the way the game mechanics works. So let's start moving through from room to room here. As you can see, the graphics, like I said, are just kind of fairly simplistic. Where's room 2B, so this isn't necessarily a continuation. But it might have random loot in here. Oh, there is, for instance. Rapid gun. Okay, so the blue one's better. Oh, look at that. That's pretty fast. That's pretty cool. Sometimes weapons will also have like a secondary function if you right-click. This one doesn't necessarily. Neither of these two weapons do, but this one's pretty cool looking. Pretty awesome gun. Jeez, the damage on it's really good. Wait, that's the combo tool. Okay, so 1.9 is the damage on this thing. I definitely prefer using the combo gun, the combo tool, whatever you want to call it. The Dalek weaponry, as I like to call it. It's just a little bit more, I think, intuitive, a little bit more easier to use. Oh my god. Even though there is not always an opportunity to use it. Oh, for God's sakes, why am I missing so much? Oh, there. You're dead. Alright, let's launch some of these at these suckers. Okay, cool. I definitely enjoy this weapon. Awesome. Is that all the targets in this room? Probably. We should probably spend our points. Let's go ahead and grab. Let's go ahead and grab 3 points of stealth.
However, it is clear you mean me harm.
Yes, it is clear that I mean you harm. When have you not gathered that? When I blew up your robots, perhaps? It's not that I don't know, if it's voice acting, it's fine. It's just, it kind of grates on my ears. That it just gets really annoying for me. So yeah, like I said, the rooms are really, really well procedurally generated. I haven't ran into actually these rooms before. I've never seen these rooms before at all. At least I don't think I have. And if I did, I didn't recognize them. So this is 6A. It's going to be really difficult to hack. We only got a little while here to hack this. I don't know if we're going to make it or not. Oh, we did it! And we disabled the camera, I guess. That's cool. Hi there! You're dead. Okay, let's go in here. Let's find some enemies. Might be somebody behind this corner here. You can also punch walls, like so. And take them down if you want. And apparently you can even place some objects depending on how many points you have in engineering. It's like, whoa, no. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Die! So like if you press I, you can see under engineering it says place blocks, place decoys, place turrets, use cycle construction key. So you can basically kind of place objects in the game world depending on how many points you have. Now there is like a lot of rooms I've noticed like these in the game. They're kind of just like floating up here that don't necessarily serve a point. I wish they kind of did. I wish there was something like, I don't know, I wish there was kind of like a use for these rooms, because there's just a lot of these rooms all over the place that don't necessarily serve a purpose. And that can get a little bit frustrating. Let's go. Okay, that's fine. There's no fall damage, by the way. You can't get hurt from falling. Let's look at this door. 9A. Wow. Alright, I wish I could have run up to you guys. Hey, 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 hey! Backstab. Uh-oh, UFO, UFO. Flying target, flying target. Hey! Oh, I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. He's such a good shot. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Run away! Run away! Oh my god. Oh! Come here! No! Okay, well, this will give you an opportunity to show you what happens if you die in this game. It looks like I'm going to. Okay, where is he? Oh, God. Okay, well, when you die, it's not necessarily a permadeath game. It's not like that in that Rogue games. You're not going to permanently die and have to start all over again, which is a little weird for Rogue games, I will admit. What basically happens is that you lose a stat point. And then you have to kind of kill all the enemies again and get back to where you were. Which sounds, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I'll tell you that one for free. So there's definitely a penalty for dying, as it were, but it's not necessarily like you have to start the entire game over again. And you can also quit and save and come back to your game later, which is also a very nice option. There is a camera. Ow, balls. Yes, 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 I know. I will say the enemies also are incredibly accurate in this game. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, kill this camera. We are near the beginning, I'm pretty sure, so I can go back and grab some health. Let's go here, smash this camera. One thing I will say, one thing I really wish this game had, and I'm not sure if this was done on purpose, by design. I wish the game had a freaking reticle, because all you have to guide your shots is that red line, and that's not always necessarily accurate for me. I mean, yes, it's in the center of your screen, but as that red line gets, you know, farther away from your perception, it kind of gets harder to determine where that shot's going to land, especially when you're trying to make long-range shots in this game. It can get very, very difficult. But yeah, I think that gives you kind of a basic idea of what the game's like, guys. Like I said, there's no permadeath. But there's procedurally generated rooms and items and guns. There's leveling and modding and all sorts of stuff like that, guys. Take that! I think there's like 6 different types of enemies in the game, or it could be less. I'm not really sure. Jeez, Louise, just take your marksmanship award and shove it. Bye-bye. Alright, so I think we cleared the room that we were in successfully. Thank God. As far as, you know, music goes, I think the music's pretty awesome. It's pretty sci-fi. It's pretty well done, I think. The sound effects, pretty accurate. I enjoy that. Except for this chick's voice. Please shut up, Overlord. I get that you are saying that you're innocent, but I'm still going to kill you. I am a Dalek. Alright? Exterminate. Exterminate. What part of that don't you understand, huh? There is Steamy goodness in this game as well. Steam cards and Steam achievements for all you Steam leveling addicts out there for you to enjoy. As far as the game's depth and how much replay you're going to get out of it, because it's a rogue game, you're going to get a lot of replay out of it. I can only imagine because you got that always kind of, everything's always changing. You never know what you're going to find. Do those guys respawn? Interesting. I was not expecting that. We go in here. We got another health station. That's good. So I can use that. Face. Grab this health station. Also, this level up gem here. And yeah, basically drop more points into whatever I want, like damage or health or stealth, for instance. And you get the basic idea of how that all works, guys. There's, like I said, the game is moddable. It's pretty sweet. You can basically kind of change the layout of the game, basically create your own boards. Because again, the graphics are very simplistic looking, even though there's some rooms that are very, very impressive looking, I find. They're really neat looking. But there's just certain rooms that you're just kind of like, wow, you kind of see the same color palette kind of over and over again, especially this green wall. You see this a lot right here, these green walls. And it would be nice if you can kind of change up the environment a little bit. But I can imagine that would require more art assets and probably, all that stuff. I don't know. I just wish there was sometimes a change of environment. It's not necessarily a demand. Ooh, hello. It's not necessarily a demand. It would have been nice to have that option available. Die! Oh, die! To kind of, just change up the environment occasionally and make things look a little bit different. But, you are on one ship, so I understand why, story-wise, why things would probably look the same. And it's not necessarily always you're going to see the exact same environments. It's just the walls, there's just kind of always the same kind of design to it all. But it doesn't really bother me all that much. As far as bugs go, it's completely bug-free. The game is very well made, very well put together. Everything works well. All the weapons work well. There's no tutorial. You kind of have to figure things out for yourself when you first start playing the game. But the game is fairly simplistic, so it's not that big of a deal when you start playing the game, guys. Like I said, replay value is probably going to be through the roof, depending on if you enjoy these games and it has all that procedurally generated stuff. Oh my God! Why do you hate? Come here! Come here! Come here! Oh, I took you down! Oh, that was revenge for that last death. I'm gonna go back. Where's my health station? Where's my health station? Where's my health station? Oh God. I'm gonna die. I want a health station. Is it in here?
That other option is logic.
Shut up, Overlord! I hate you!
Okay,
there we go. So yeah, it has a lot of replay value because of that procedurally generatedness, guys. It's a cool game. I think you will enjoy it, and it's a pretty good price. It's cheaper than the average indie game, and I think it gives you lots of replay value. Oh, look at this! This is a different environment, so this is nice. Oh, this is... Oh, okay, this is just walls. Okay, gotcha. I think I've seen this room before. There's probably an enemy back here. Oh, we're getting pretty deep into the game here. Definitely the farthest I've ever gotten is 12A, for sure. Not really sure how deep the game goes. If there's bosses or anything like that. Not that I've seen yet. But, hey, maybe you'll play the game, maybe you'll find something, and you can let me know. So big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe and share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.